Woo! All right, let's see what we got going on. How we doing? SJ, what's up? Just, jumping a little early here, getting ready to get lots of Grammy stuff tonight. All sorts of Grammy Award stuff, all sorts of bands. We got to see who won all this stuff. That's what's going on tonight. We got the normal stuff, lots of birthdays, insane amount of birthdays tonight. I can't believe how many birthdays today. And then, a little bit of history stuff, just all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying here, people. It is Grammy night, so lots of awards tonight. All sorts of them. Your connection is great, it says. That's awesome. My connection is great. I'm so happy my connection is great. Now it says it's unstable. I'm great. I'm unstable. Like my life, right? Great and unstable. I'm great. I'm unstable. I'm great. I'm unstable. Which is it? Okay. Am I great or am I unstable? That's what I want to know. That's the question, Simon. Am I great or am I unstable? Like Clark Gable. So let's see. Record of the year. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Best pop vocals. Country album. Urban. Artist. Rap album. Album of the year. Oh my. Oh my. We haven't gotten that yet. Okay. Producer of the year. Non-classical. Best dance electronic music. Tame Impala? Right? Whatever. Look at that. I mean, we got some serious band listings going on here. It is the Grammy Awards, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just looking through this whole list, man. There's a lot. 95 awards. I am not going through all of them, just so you know. That's just not going to happen. Okay? Just not doing it. Best metal? Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. We'll get there. We'll get to all that stuff. We'll get to all the Grammy Awards I want to read for you at some point in the not so distant future here. Starting to write, I don't know, about 15 minutes, right around 11 o'clock. My normal start time. That's when we'll start. All right? Do the normal start time. Talk about the Grammy Awards tonight. All the artists that won stuff. What's up, Mario? How you doing, man? Where you at? What's going on? What's happening with Mario tonight? That's what I want to know. What's happening with Mario tonight? Where's Mario at? Oh, shit, I'm going to yawn. Oh, February 1st. How crazy is this shit, man? February 1st. Is it, like, what happens, man? When did this all occur? When did the month go zipping by? I had no idea it was going to happen like this. One day it's, and then boom, it's not. It's just not. It's just crazy. Okay, it's 7 degrees. It's supposed to go down to -1 again tonight. -2. Shit, man. Back down to the sub-zero temperatures. Crazy. Crazy shit. Mario, where are you from? I gotta see what I'm curious about Mario. Okay, that's I'm curious. It doesn't say. Use FM83. So maybe you're a radio guy. That would be outstanding. Mario the radio guy, right? You never know. I don't know. Let's see. I can't read that. That's just going to get me in trouble. I'll just stay away from that summer, right? I'll just stay away from that summer. Sumner. Sorry, I didn't see the N part. So yeah, we'll get to the Grammy Awards here in a few minutes, and then the normal, history. A lot of birthdays. Insane amount of birthdays today. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Like 26 birthdays today. That's crazy. That's a lot of famous people's birthdays today that I'm going to read off. Right? A lot of birthdays. Lots. So many birthdays. What? Everyone's gone? You people. Could I tell you? Ragorific. Ragorific? Ragorific. I can't, yeah, I guess so. There you go. All right. Ragorific. Ragorific! Oh, Jelly. You were here, then you were gone. You were here, you're gone. You're gone. Oh, well. It happens. Lots of Grammy Award winners already. So many. So some of the Grammy Award winners, let's see, I've met some of these Grammy Award winners. I have. Yeah. Right? I know that it's someday that I'll get mentioned in the Grammys if the band ever gets a Grammy Award. I don't know if they will, but you never know. It's just one of those things, right? It's just one of those things. I'm so young again. Man, sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm tired. It's a long, long week. Well, it's February. I mean, it's been a long month. Holy crap. So can you believe it's already February? I mean, how many things have happened this month that already is just crazy? I mean, not this month because it's February. It just started. But it's a full moon tonight. So you got that going on as well. February full moon. That's pretty wild if you think about that. A full moon on the very first of the month. Now, if a moon cycle is 28 days, that mean that it's going to be 2 full months in the month of February because there's only 28 days? That's what I'm curious of right now. I'm going to have to look and see. While we're sitting here, I'm going to look and see, is the second full moon of February, is there 2 full moons in February? So, let's see. February full moon. February. 2 full moons? Oh. March 1st. March 1st. So that's when the next full moon will be. All right. What can I say? I tried. I thought maybe we'd have 2 full moons, but no. But we'll have a full moon in March. That's when the next full moon will be. Right? Next full moon, March 1st. Because it's full moon tonight. So all the good stuff's happening. So lots and lots of good stuff happening. Full moon action. But that's the way that works. All right. So yeah, Grammy Awards. We'll start talking about those. About 8 minutes we'll get started with the Grammy Awards. We'll talk about some Grammy Award winners. We're also going to talk about some of the, maybe not some of the winners, some of the history, some other stuff going on. On this day in rock and roll, February the 1st. Talk about some of that stuff. Laura Johnson. But Laura's probably already gone, it looks like. She came, she left. So, yes, so the Grammy Award winnings, we'll go through that. We've got a big list already, 95 awards total. So 95 total awards. I'm not going to go through all of them because some of my categories I don't care about. I'm probably not going to do like classical. Probably going to skip over country. I know, but maybe, possibly not because there are some artists that will cross over that, they'll get a country music, but it's like, I don't know how country music they really are. I mean, really, that's the thing. How country music really is Jelly Roll. That's my question. All right. Really, I don't know. I mean, when he came to the radio station, he was not country. Okay. Just was not. I'm just telling you that was not what he was at that moment. I mean, he could be now. That's totally fine. People change, artists change, but he was not country at that moment when he was coming and visited me. No, he was not. I'm just telling you, that's not how it worked. That is just not how that worked at all. But yeah, that's very possible indeed. He could be country now. So, all right, let's see. Looking at some of the other listings. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, best contemporary country album. Jelly Roll. What the heck? I find it to be crazy. Um, right? No. Okay. Yeah, that just seems okay. I guess. Sure. Why not? You know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Right. Well, yes. Yes. Song of the year not announced yet. I see that. Not. Not. The winner isn't there yet. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a minute. There's a lot of categories here. So many. So many categories. Oh, there it is. Song of the year. Oh, my. Look at that. There it is right there. Boom. Song of the year. Song of the year is out. I can't believe it. And it's Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell, songwriter. What? Look at that. Just announced. You're not supposed to be paying attention. I'm not doing them yet. I still have 5 minutes. I'm just talking out loud. I'm just reading because I can't believe that's who won it. That's all. Two-lane blacktop. Pennsylvania. What's that? Pennsylvania. Dan Yahoo.com. Oh, Pennsylvania Yahoo.com. Okay. That's cool. That works. Pennsylvania Dan. I know where Dan's from. Dan's from Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. That's what it says right there. I saw that. That's what it says. I saw. All right. So, yeah. So, I'm just going to go through some of the Grammy Awards in a few minutes here. Some of the Grammy artists and awards. And then going to do the little history from today, like I always do. Some birthdays. A lot of birthdays today. So many fucking birthdays. It's insane. I'm surprised how many birthdays there are. Yeah, so many. But yeah, so the Grammys are happening. Some interesting winners already I'm seeing. Surprised by a couple. Not surprised by others. But, that's all right. So it's interesting some of the categories that people fall into, that, that where they come from and what they do. I find it's very interesting that they get considered for these categories. And, yeah, that's what they are. Like, but that's right. I don't know. We'll see about that one, right? Album of the year, record of the year, producer of the year, songwriter of the year, non-classical, best group of the group performance of the year. Best dance electronic recording. Now that's crazy. Okay, that one. I'm a little surprised by that one actually. Okay, yeah, that was a little bit surprising. You would think it'd be that, but no. I guess I'm not. See, I'm gonna have to listen to this now. I've not heard that song, so I'm gonna have to put that on and listen to that song. So, all right, we'll get started in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We'll go back through and go right through all these things here. 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We'll start it. All right. Talk about everything that happened on this day, on February the 1st. I can't believe it's February. That's nuts. I mean, really. February? What happened? Where did January go? Where did 2025 go? Where did most of my life go? Just saying, Kay. Right? Knives. I don't know either. All right, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Knives. All right, well, it's close enough. We'll get started. All right, welcome to Randsanity, episode 245. 245 days of doing this every single day. I am the #1 live broadcaster, beating 100% of creators on TikTok at this moment, is what I'm told. Because I've been doing this for almost a year straight, every single day. That's what it tells me. I swear. I get that little net message that pops up, and it's like, you're beating 100% of other live streamers. I'm like, all right, great. You do it every day, consistency. It's like brushing my teeth, putting on clean clothes. Like waking up. Just get live on TikTok. That's what happens. So here I am. Welcome to Randsanity. Ex-radio guy. That's what I do. I was radio guy forever. So I know lots of rock and roll stuff, and I know rock and roll stars, and I've met them all. And so we'll talk a little bit about, stuff tonight. We'll talk about the Grammys, because the Grammy Awards are happening right this minute. So we'll talk about some of the bands, we'll talk about some of the artists, and we'll talk about all those things that are happening at the Grammy Awards as we speak out in Los Angeles, California. Now remember, it's 3 hours earlier there. So while we say it's 11 o'clock at night, it's 10, 9, 8. Okay, it's only 8 o'clock out there. Headed toward 8 o'clock right now. So it's just getting 8 o'clock. So that way they get plenty of time for their parties afterwards. So that's why, they're out here doing their thing. Because it's much earlier out in Los Angeles, 3 hours earlier. So that's why the awards are happening. They happen mid-afternoon. They go all day. And then here we are. So, all right. So let's get started a little bit. So, some of the artists tonight, I'm a little surprised with the categories that they fall into, but that's all right. So start right with the Song of the Year. Winner is Wildflower by Billie Eilish O'Connell and Phineas O'Connell, her brother. That's pretty wild. So the Song of the Year is Billie Eilish. Once again, Grammy Award-winning Billie Eilish. Congratulations. That's pretty interesting. Best Solo Pop Performance. Now, I thought it was going to be Lady Gaga or Chappell Roan. No, it's Lola Young. Lola Young wins Best Pop Solo. Best Pop Vocal, though, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga beats out Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber. Huh. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Now, of course, Best Musica Urbana Album, Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny's going to win a bunch of stuff tonight. Being that he's doing the Super Bowl, Bad Bunny's going to be all over the place. Best New Artist, Olivia Dean. I don't know anything about Olivia Dean. Kendrick Lamar, Best Rap Album. Album of the Year has not been listed yet, but it's either Bad Bunny or it's going to be, whoops, what happened there? Whoa, that was crazy. It's going to either be Bad Bunny, I don't know, Album of the Year, I don't know. I'm thinking Bad Bunny. I think Bad Bunny's going to get Album of the Year. It's not going to be Tyler, the Creator, unfortunately. Record of the Year? I don't know. Could it be Billie Eilish again? Bruno Mars? I don't know. We'll see. Record of the Year? Not out yet. Not out. Producer of the Year? Nope, we don't care about that one. Songwriter of the Year? Don't care about that one. Best Pop Duo Group Performance. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Surprising. Surprising for that one. Best Dance Pop Recording? Lady Gaga. Best Dance Electronic Album? FKA Twigs. Now, this one I found to be really, really kind of a little bit surprising. Okay. Best Rock Performance? Changes, live from Villa Park, Back to the Beginning by Youngblood. Youngblood wins Best Rock Performance. And Best Metal Performance? Turnstile. Now, talked about Turnstile last night. They could be out on Ozfest for that. Best Rock Song? Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. 9 Inch Nails, As Alive as You Need Me to Be. Wow. So 9 Inch Nails. Trent's back in the Grammy right there, winning it up, man. Interesting. And then Best Rock Album? Turnstile. Again, look at that. Best Alternative Music Performance by The Cure. Now, I mean, they were against Bon Iver, Wet Leg, Turnstile, and Haley Williams. I could have thought Wet Leg could have done it, but no, The Cure. The Cure pulled that out. Best Alternative Music Album? The Cure. Again, they beat Bon Iver, Tyler, the Creator, Wet Leg, and Haley Williams. R&B Performance? Don't care. Traditional R&B? Don't care. R&B? Don't care. R&B Album? Don't care. Let's see. Best Rap Performance? Clips Pusha, Kendrick Lamar, and Pharrell Williams. Best Melodic Rap? Kendrick Lamar with SZA. SZA. Best Rap Song? Jack Antonoff. Larry K., Kendrick Lamar, Dejan McFarrell, Sean Moberger. What? That's crazy. Interesting. That's very interesting right there. TV Off. Jack Antonoff there. Now this one, again, some of these are just a little bit interesting to me. You know, I'm finding, let's see, pop vocals, no. Contemporary instrumental, theater album, Buena Vista Social Club. Best country duo. Okay, now, so the best country duo is Shaboozey and Jelly Roll. Now, are either of those actually country artists? That's what I want to know right there. Amen by Shaboozey and Jelly Roll. What? Best country duo. Jelly Roll's not country. I'm sorry. I don't care what you tell me. He was at my radio station. We were an alternative rock radio station. He's not a country artist. And Shaboozey? What? Okay, that's just it. Shaboozey is, I think, but Jelly Roll? Jelly Roll and Shaboozey, it's just interesting. I thought it'd be very interesting, Ashton. It's just a really interesting combination for them to be the best country duo. You know, see, like best country song is Tyler Childers. Okay, that one I think, you know, yeah, I think so. Right, I think you're right. Tipsy exec. But I mean, like, best country song is Tyler Childers. Okay, I get that, right? Traditional album, you know, best traditional country album, Zach Top. All right? That again, I'm just a little bit, just find that interesting. Best Americana, John Baptiste. Bluegrass, Billy Strings, makes sense to me. Best traditional blues, Buddy Guy. A contemporary blues album, Robert Randolph. Again, you agree, award people in the genre. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think so. I think so. You know, I mean, best folk album. Let's see, Zydeco. Gospel, contemporary, best gospel, contemporary gospel, pop album, Latin, alternative, rock, Latin alternative album, tropical album, global music, Bad Bunny. Let's see. Various artists. No. Da La La, best music film, John Williams, of course, Mike Foley, album cover, album notes, historic album, Joni Mitchell, engineered album, not classical, engineered. Yeah, some of these are find a little bit interesting to just, you know, find the stuff like a cappella, orchestral, performance, choral, instrumental. So Yo-Yo Ma, of course, Yo-Yo Ma. You know, you gotta love that. Classical. So yes, okay. So that's it. We'll see if there's some new ones that'll come out. I mean, there's, like I said, there's 95. So I'm not gonna look at every single one of them. I will for the most part, but I'll just buzz through them again and just kind of see what everybody's winning. But yeah, a little surprising by some of them. A little surprising, to say the least. You know, we'll see. You know, Song of the Year, though, Billie Eilish. Interesting. Billie Eilish's Song of the Year. All right. Pop vocal, Lady Gaga. Yeah, country album. Best contemporary country album is Jelly Roll. That's who won best contemporary country album. Jelly Roll. I guess, I mean, I guess that's, you know, contemporary country. Jelly Roll. I don't know. I'm just a little surprised by that. Just me. Let's do a little history. Let's jump back a little history. We'll come back to the Grammys. All right. On this day in music, what happened on this day? We'll jump all the way back into the beginning of time. In 1949, RCA Records issued the very first 45 single. The invention of this size record made jukeboxes possible. They couldn't do the giant ones, so they had to use the little tiny, the 45s. This is how jukeboxes were made. That's what's amazing about that. In 1964, the Beatles started a 7-week run at #1 on the U.S. singles chart with I Want to Hold Your Hand. It was the first U.S. #1 by a UK act since their Tornadoes Telstar in 1962 and the first of 3 consecutive #1s for the group. The Beatles, ladies and gentlemen. 1965, at the Arthur Smith Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina, James Brown recorded Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, which will reach #1 on the Billboard Pop chart and #1 on the R&B chart the following August, and later win a Grammy Award for Best Rhythm and Blues Recording. Free James Brown. Papa Got a Brand New Bag. Yes. In 1967, the Beatles at Abbey Road Studios in London started work on a new song, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It wasn't until the Beatles had recorded the song that Paul McCartney had the idea to make the song the thematic pivot for the forthcoming album. Music history is so interesting. We've been making music since caveman times. Really cool. Yes, it's true. We have been. I've talked about that. Beating on the hollow log. It is one of those things that it affects the broca. It's how we remember things. That's why so many commercials, short beat songs, it's how you learn the alphabet. You learn it in sing song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Yeah, sing song. It affects a weird part of our brain. The broca is what it is. That's how that works. It's one of those crazy little things, but that's the way it happens. In 1969, Tommy James and the Shondells started a 2-week run at the #1 spot on the U.S. singles chart with Crimson and Clover, wah, 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 wah. The group's second and last #1. Billy Idol had a 1987 U.S. #1 with Moni Moni and a #3 hit for Tommy James in 1968. Yes, he did. He copied that. Moni, Moni. Now this is just hilarious. Okay. Chuck Berry had his first UK #1 single with a live recording from a song he'd been playing live for over 20 years. My Ding-a-Ling. The UK public morality campaigner Mary Whitehouse attempted to have the song banned due to its innuendo-laden lyrics. The average white band members, Oni McIntyre and drummer Robbie McIntosh, played on the single. My Ding-a-Ling. Yes, Chuck Berry, 1972. Neil Sedaka had his second U.S. #1 single with Laughter in the Rain over 12 years after it last chart topped Breaking Up is Hard to Do. Because breaking up is hard to do. 1975. And the punkest punk band that's ever lived. 1979, the Sex Pistols bassist Sid Vicious was released on bail after attacking Todd Smith, singer Patti Smith's brother, at a Ska-Fish concert. John Lydon, whose birthday was yesterday, turning 70, has since stated that Mick Jagger stepped in and paid for the lawyers for Sid Vicious. I was wondering who would do that. Who paid for all that stuff? That would be the man himself, Mr. Mick Jagger, ladies and gentlemen. 1980, Blondie released Call Me, the main theme song of the 1980 film American Gigolo. It peaked at #1 for 6 consecutive weeks and became the top-selling single of the year in the United States in 1980. Call me, oh, would you call me in it? 1986, Dick James, who worked with the Beatles. James signed Elton John and lyricist Bernie Taupin as unknown artist in 1967 and was the founder of DJM Records. Died at the age of 65. 1992, George Michael and Elton John went to #1 on the U.S. singles chart with Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Don't let the sun go down on me. Wah, wah, wah. All proceeds from the single went to AIDS charities. Very nice, gentlemen. Very nice. Now, this one's wild, okay? This one's wild. Still to this day, okay? In 1995, Richie Edwards, the guitarist for the Manic Street Preachers, vanished, leaving no clue to his whereabouts. He left the Embassy Hotel in London at 7 a.m., leaving behind his packed suitcase. His car was found on the 7th Bridge outside Bristol, England, 16 days later. Edwards has never been found, despite constant searching. November 2008, he was finally declared officially dead. But think about that. 1995, he just walked out of the hotel and was gone. It's just wild. Wild that when you read about that, things, people like that. We had someone like that in Columbus, Ohio, a student who just vanished. Never to be seen again. Oh no, the screen's black. Why is the screen black? Oh, crap. Sorry, I'm totally on me. My bad. That's pilot error. Complete pilot error there. Thank you, Ashton. You saved my day here. Yeah, that was just me. That was just poor planning there. Sorry. See, I'm not paying attention. I'm so engrossed in all this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, watch, and share. That's what TikTok tells me to tell you. Because I got the award for TikTok. I am doing 100% better than most streamers, it said. 100%. Because I've streamed every day now for 245 days, which is crazy. But anyway, so we were talking about Grammy Awards. So we'll go back to the Grammy Awards in a couple minutes. We're just bouncing through some history stuff here that's happened over the years. But thank you, Ashton. I'm back. I know. Thank you so much. That was just me not paying attention. For some reason, this camera, I've got 3 cameras set up. I've got this one right here. See, the #4 camera right dead ahead. I've got this camera that's over there, and I've got this camera right here, my main camera, because that's where my teleprompter is, so I can read my notes. My other notes are written. See, my handwritten notes. I've got a whole booklet of handwritten notes. I mean, I fill these things up, man. I fill these things up. I write copiously notes. Anyway, as I was saying, but this camera dies. It's this D5300 by Nikon, and it just turns off. So I don't know what the hell the problem is. Anyway, no one wants to hear my bitching, so I won't be bitching. All right? In 1999, American musician and composer Julius Welcher died. He's the one who did Spanish Flea for Herb Alpert. That's that, you know, ba 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 da 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 da. Spanish Flea was used in the Simpsons episode Sunday Cruddy Sunday. Well, of course it was. Everything's in the Simpsons. In 1999, 400 people were injured at an Australian concert by Marilyn Manson when he stormed off stage after being bombarded with projectiles and abuse at the show in Perth. I guess they didn't like him in Perth. One of Manson's guitar techs needed treatment for cuts to his head. That's when they they have to put that cage up in front of it. Apparently people didn't like Marilyn Manson. Get off the stage, you wanker. 2001, a collection of Sir Elton John's private photos on display at a museum in Atlanta were withdrawn. The exhibition, which included snaps of nude men, was said to be too explicit. Some school trips to the museum had been canceled. Mr. Elton John, why do you have pictures of nude men on your exhibition? I didn't know you were a fan of Mr. Mapplethorpe's. In 2008, the U.S. Space Agency, NASA, announced that Across the Universe by the Beatles was to become the very first song ever to be beamed directly into space. Great. The track would be transmitted through the Deep Space Network, a network of antennas on the 40th anniversary of the song being recorded. being aimed at the North Star Polaris 431 light years from Earth. In a message to NASA, Paul McCartney said the project was an amazing feat, well done, and send my love to the aliens. All the best, Paul. Well, at least that's what we're sending out to the aliens. I'm glad we're sending something that's not like a recipe for who knows what. Bruce Springsteen in 2009 started a 2-week run at #1 on the UK album chart with Working on a Dream from his 16th studio album. Bruce, Space Rock, exactly. Space Rock, Space Jam, it's Space something, Ashton. I mean, that's, better than nothing. That's the way I look at it. In 2012, Don Cornelius, the host of U.S.'s Soul Train from 1971 till 1993, who helped break down racial barriers and broaden the reach of black culture, died. Police officers responded to a shooting at Mulholland Drive and found Cornelius with apparently self-inflicted. He was 75. Oh, Don Cornelius, unfortunately, left us that way. In 2013, Coldplay Clocks topped the list by BBC Radio Music Top 100 Tracks in the past 10 years. More than 100,000 votes were cast in the poll, which looked back over 10 years since the station began in 2002. Arctic Monkeys, I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, was voted into second place. And Elbows, One Day Like This, in third. I don't know Elbows. Just saying. What can I tell you? I can't know everything. So hold on. I can't hear you. What? A new report found that about 2/3 of people were left with ringing in their ears after a night out at a club, gig, or pub. You're telling me that now? Campaign group Action on Hearing Loss said the poll of 1,000 adults also showed a third would ignore the safe level on their music players. Safe level. Stop it. If it's too loud, you're too old. We all go deaf eventually. That's why I'm yelling now. What did you say? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm deaf from going to 1,000 concerts. Just saying. 2015, the University of Oklahoma's newspaper, OU Daily, ran a story regarding Jack White's tour rider. The rider, which included a very strict recipe for guacamole and White's ban of bananas backstage, received nationwide media coverage. Jack later released an open letter addressed to journalists and other people looking for drama or a diva, in which he referred to the guacamole recipe as his tour manager's inside joke with local promoters and just something to break up the boredom. And the ban on bananas being alluded to, food allergies for an unnamed tour member. Yes, I remember the whole guacamole kind of debacle. Jack White and his guacamole. Oh, it's just some squished up avocados from Mexico. Avocados from Mexico. I hope they have a really good Super Bowl commercial. Just saying. In 2020, Andy Gill, the founding member and guitarist of the British pop punk band Gang of Four, died at the age of 64. The musician's scratchy staccato riffs provided the band with their signature sound and influenced the likes of Nirvana, Fugazi, and Franz Ferdinand. God, I love Franz Ferdinand. He also produced albums for artists such as Red Hot Chili Peppers, The Stranglers, Michael Hutchison, and Killing Joke. Andy Gill. Now this one, guitars and amplifiers belonging to Dire Straits' Mark Knopfler sold for more than, ready for this one, $10 million at auction. The sale was led by Knopfler's 1959 vintage Gibson Les Paul Standard, which sold for $870,000, setting a new record for auction recorded for that model. The red Sketter Telecaster, which Knopfler purchased in 1984 to record the Dire Straits song Walk of Life, went under the hammer for $500,000, well above its $9,000 estimate. That's crazy. Someone spent almost, $750,000 on a guitar. That's wild shit, ladies and gentlemen. And you're just going to let it sit on the wall, right? Because I'm not even going to play it. Just going to sit there. That's Mark Knopfler's guitar. I have so many guitars that I could just hang on walls. I'd rather hang them in your walls, ladies and gentlemen. You have them. I can't keep this shit anymore. I've got too much of it. All right, let's go back and see. Do we have any old new Grammy Awards yet? Let's see what we got going on. Winners, chickens, dinners. All right, let's see what we got here. Album of the year. We don't know yet. Okay. We do know that the song of the year is Billie Eilish, Wildflower. Mm-hmm. Yep, we do know that for sure. Yep. Lady Gaga, Best Pop Vocal Album. Best Pop Duo, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. Lady Gaga, Best Pop Dance Recording. Yes. Best Dance Electronic Recording, Tame Impala. Now, see, I love Tame Impala, but I cannot believe that they've won Best Dance Electronic Recording. I mean, they beat Skrillex? That's just interesting. I've not heard that song, End of Summer. So clearly I'm going to be listening to End of Summer now because I want to hear what the hell song that is. That's just, very interesting to me. I just find that to be very, very different, without a question. Best Spoken Word, Mad Skills. Turnstile, Best Rock Album. Best Rock Song, 9 Inch Nails. Best Metal Performance, Turnstile. Best Rock Performance, Youngblood. Best Alternative Music Performance, The Cure. Best Alternative Song Album, The Cure. Yeah, that's great stuff right there. Amazing. That's just amazing to me, some of these. So good. Jelly Roll, though. Best Contemporary Country Album, Jelly Roll. I don't know. I'm sorry, Ashton. I just don't feel it. I just don't see him as a country artist. Best Country Solo went to Chris Stapleton, which makes sense to me. Tyler Childers, Shabuzi, Chris Stapleton, Zach Top, Lainey Wilson. Sure, Chris Stapleton. But Jelly Roll as Best Contemporary Country Album. Don't know. I just don't feel it. Just not feeling it. Just what I'm just saying. Let's talk some birthdays today. Clark Gable, born on this day, would be 125. He's from Cadiz, Ohio. He died in 1960. Gene Sheldon, Zorro, would be 118, from Columbus, Ohio. Died in 1982. Garrett Morris from Saturday Night Live, 90 years old. I met Garrett Morris. He was very nice. He was, this was a couple of years ago, so he was in his 80s. But he was very nice. He always did that little skit where he was from the American School of Death, when he would do the sign language thing in a little circle, but he would yell. That was his gimmick, Our top story tonight. That was always a funny gig. Funny gag when he would do that. Garrett Morris, 90 years old. Sherman Hemsley, George Jefferson, 88 years old, died in 12. B.B. Beshi, who was from, she was in, what's it called now? Carol Marcus. Do you remember Carol Marcus? She would have been 86. Terry Jones of Monty Python would have been 84, died in 20. Carol Marcus being B.B. Beshi. That was from Star Trek, Wrath of Khan. Khan! She was the doctor. That was the son that she had the son with James T. Kirk, B.B. Beshi. Billy Mummy. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. From Lost in Space, 72. Sherilyn Fenn of Twin Peaks is 61. Pauly Shore. Hey, buddy. 58. I met Pauly Shore. He was kind of a jackass, but you wouldn't be surprised by that, right? Hey, buddy. Michael C. Hall, Dexter, 55 today. Don Everly of the Everly Brothers would have been 89 today. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Boom, doo, doo, doo. Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. 78 years old today. He died in 2004. Mike Campbell, who used to play with Tom Petty, 76. Rich Williams of the band Kansas, from Topeka, Kansas, no less, 76 today. Fran Christian of the Fabulous Thunderbirds, 75 today. Chuck Dukowski of Black Flag. Wow, the Henry Rollins fame, 70 years old today. Kenny Morris of Susie and the Banshees would have been 69 today. Actually, just died on January the 15th. So they've only been dead about 2 weeks. Just died right before their birthday. So they fall into that 10%. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Jenny Lane of Warrant, 62 would have been 62 today. Janie of Warrant, died in 11. Lisa Marie Presley would have been 58. Died in 23. Lisa Marie of the Presley fame. Patrick Wilson of Weezer, 57. Good old Buddy Holly. Sweater Song. Ron Welch of The Offspring. Pretty fly for a white guy. 55 today. Big Boy of Outkast, 51 today. Jason Isbell of Drive-By Truckers, 47 today. Andrew Van Mygarden of MGMT, 43 today. And Harry Styles, 32 years old today. I think Harry Styles is doing something at the Grammy Awards with all his Harry Styles-ness and all his fame and fortune of Harry Styles-ness. 2014, the Lego movie came out. I can't believe the Lego movie came out that fucking long ago. 12 years ago? Wow. I can't believe I still watch Lego Batman. Every time if I see Lego Batman on TV, I just watch it. Lobster Thermidor. I just love that one. 1983, David Letterman started late night TV as first guest with Bill Murray. 1972, Neil Young, Harvest, best-selling album of the year in 1972. And let's see, what else? I've got, oh man, I just butchered that one. Oh, that's right, today was the Super Bowl. Back in 2004, Super Bowl 38, Janet Jackson's boob popped out when Justin Timberlake went boop and pulled out her boob. TV changed after that one, man. All sorts of censors and stuff. I know that, what's his name? Bono got fined for an utterance. It's fucking brilliant. They fined him for that one. Come on. It was an utterance. Utterance. That's what they call that. You can't fine people for an utterance, right? I guess you can. Let's see who died on this day. I have a short list of people that died on this day. Dennis Edwards of the Temptations died at the age of 74 and 18. Papa was a rolling stone. Yeah, when he said that. Buster Keaton died in 1966 at the age of 71. Jerry McCloud, who was Mickey Mouse's voice, died at the age of 84 in 1997. So Mickey Mouse died in 1997, basically. That's the way that works. If you're the voice of a character like Mickey Mouse and you die, then the character died. So Mickey Mouse is dead. I'm just proclaiming that at this moment, since I just found that out. John Vernon Dean Wormer from Animal House died on this day at the age of 72 in 2005. Dustin Diamond, Screech, Saved by the Bell. Oh, Screech died on this day, February the 1st, in 2021 at the age of 44. And on this day, Carl Weathers. He died at the age of 76 2 years ago. Now, remember, he was in the, he was, forever in the Rocky movies, but he also played with Happy Gilmore. Remember? Lost his hand, Chubbs. Now, also, I just talked about Carl Weathers the other day because it was just his birthday. So he definitely falls in at the 10% because it was January 14th. So within 2 weeks of dying of your birthday, yeah, he definitely falls in the 10% category of dying around your birthday. So good old Carl Weathers, unfortunately, we lost him as well on this day. Crappiness, right? What can I tell you? All right, let's see if there's any other new winners on the Grammys here, people. Do I got any new winners? New winners. Come on. Get my list going here. Let's see. And the new winners, anybody new that we care about? Album of the year, no. Record of the year. Oh, look at that. Record of the year. Kendrick Lamar. Okay. Kendrick Lamar. I was wondering who was going to get that one. Interesting. And then Song of the Year went to Billie Eilish, as I said. Best New Artist, Olivia Dean. Very, very good. Very good. Lady Gaga, Best Pop Vocal. Lady Gaga, Best Dance Pop Recording. Tame Impala, Best Dance Electronic. I'm going to have to go listen to Tame Impala. I'm going to check out the Tame Impala. So that's what's happening, Shauna. That is what's happening. So I don't know. All right, well, I'm going to leave because I'm going to go watch the end of the Grammys. So that's what I'm going to go do. And I'll be doing it again tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I didn't even look over here. No Jelly should be yeah, right. It's by Jello Biafra. Exactly. Cam Downs. Thanks. I know. I see that now. I know. What can I say? I wasn't paying attention. It happens. I got caught up in the moment. It happens. Sorry. Anyway, all right. So that was it. That was Randsanity. So thank you for being here. I'm going to leave because I want to go watch the end of the Grammys. I'm going to catch the last few minutes of it and see who wins the last couple categories. And I appreciate you for being here. It was very nice to see you on a Sunday night, even though I yawned twice early because I'm sorry, it was a long, long month. But it's February. It's a full moon. So remember, it's a full moon. And the next full moon will be March 1st. So it's February 1st, March 1st, because, they happen a month apart. So if you're kind of crazy like me and you're a lunatic, that's what's happening. All right? So appreciate you. Thank you so much. Grateful for you to be here. You know what? Do good things for people in February. February sucks for people. It's cold. Everyone just got done with dry January, so they're back off the wagon. So now they're just getting hammered and being shitty. Because dry January's over. People are like popping bottles like, woo! I made it a month! Yeah, dry January. Nah, not happening. Anyway, grateful. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, watch, and share. See, I got my notes. That's what it says right there. See? Right there. See? My great handwriting. Like, subscribe, follow, watch, share. All right? Do those things. Again, thank you. Be well. I'll talk to you very soon, like tomorrow. And we'll do this all again, but very different. So until then, let's fade to black.